biggest thing about oncology is these are huge life issues for patients and their families. They're overwhelming, they affect every part of people's lives. And if you're going to do a halfway decent job, you absolutely have to get to know your patients. You have to coordinate everything, everybody, and you have to be there. You got to be there for people. I think if there's anything that separates the oncologist from other specialties is people depend on you to be there no matter what happens. And then the corollary to that is once you earn that trust and you get into that intimate relationship, that is by far the most rewarding part of being a doctor. I want them to be able to get the best possible treatment they could get for their disease with the best possible outcome.
I have worked with him since he started at the Cancer Institute, and from day one his focus is the patient. And he is just an incredible person to work with. He's empathetic, he's thoughtful, he's extremely brilliant, and when you're in a room with him, he focuses on you entirely, and you know that you are the most important person in his world at the moment. He inspires confidence, and you know he is going to do absolutely everything he can to get the best treatment for you and ensure that you have the best care available.
I spent my 4 years in college doing hematology research, and that kind of got me interested in blood and cancer, and was lucky enough to get a fellowship at the National Cancer Institute as my military obligation, and found out I loved it. It was a very nice combination of the science that I was interested in and the fact that in oncology, probably more than almost any other specialty, you have long-term relationships with your patients and you get to know them very well. So it satisfied my academic interests, and I love the patient relationship part of it. And so it was a good match, and so after the National Cancer Institute, I just stayed with it.
We're just extremely grateful for foundation support. The government dollars are decreasing, and as our research is continuing to expand, we are relying more and more heavily on support from organizations, and that helps move forward the types of treatments that we're able to offer to patients.
Even in a setting where you don't have a laboratory research program, you can be very involved in cutting-edge research. I really like that. The science has changed so much in the last 20 years that there are whole new avenues of biology that have opened up to clinical research. We've learned so much about how cells work, how genes direct cells to work. And beyond that, there are all these new biological systems that nobody even heard of 10 and 20 years ago. You know, we know how cancers direct the body to nourish them. We can interfere with that. We're learning how cancer cells grow through the body and they actually interact with the tissue they're in. We're starting to develop drugs to affect that. We're starting to learn how genes turn on and off to turn cells on. And there are whole new generations of drugs that are either already here or coming down the pipe that nobody even dreamed of 10 years ago. As new things come along, we can jump on them, we can develop protocols, we can get our patients into treatment quickly with new things. You know, we feel like there are very few cutting-edge things out there that we can't offer to our patients. And the goal is, with research like that you don't have to get on an airplane and go to Boston or Texas or wherever, that in the city of Seattle, you can get just about anything out there that looks like it may be hot, that may help your disease.
The focus has always been patient care number one, and the teams that I work with and the physicians I work with all make a focus of the patient and will go beyond what sometimes is easily done to get a treatment for a patient. Frequently, Dr. Kaplan will be calling all over the country to consult with appropriate people to find out what the very best treatment is for the person with the unique kind of cancer that he may be seeing.
If someone's curable, the goal is you're going to cure them. You want to get them back to normal life. For someone who is not curable, the goal has to be to make life as good as you can make it for as long as you can make it. You know, you get your strength from your patients. You know, you don't want to let them down. That's what drives you.